All right, everybody, here is scene 5. This is in the interior of a boudoir of Mary Louise Young in the town of Boulder, Colorado. Mary Louise is a successful businesswoman who owns the town's only shop. As she talks to Bill, she sits in front of the mirror, preparing herself for the evening, combing her hair and trying on jewelry. Mary Louise: "Oh, Bill, you only want to marry me to get your hands on my money so that you can be off again on your travels. I know what you're up to." Bill: "There's a man I have business with in New York, but I'll be back as soon as it's taken care of." Mary Louise laughs. "So it's true. Well, if I marry, I want to marry for love, Bill. I want to walk down the road arm in arm. I want to take out the horse and cart and go to a picnic at Orchard Creek and have you feed me grapes." She giggles at the thought of it. Bill: "A picnic?" Mary Louise: "Yes, Bill, a picnic. I want to feel respectable and free. That's what I want marriage to bring me, and I want you to go to the dentist. I won't marry anyone who doesn't have teeth. I reckon that's for certain." Mary Louise is trying on various necklaces. Bill gets up angrily and rips the necklaces roughly out of her hands and throws them in the corner. Bill: "Why do you care about this crap?" Mary Louise: "Bill, stop it. You always get like this when we talk serious." Bill: "It's just plastic, Mary Louise, plastic. It's not real jewelry, just like you are not a real lady. It's fake jewelry for a fake person." Mary Louise: "At least I have aspirations, Bill, and standards. If you want me to take your proposal seriously, you know now what I expect from you." And that's the end of the scene. So notes for scene 5. The celluloid business boomed in the 1870s, and the material was molded into a huge variety of shapes, colors, and textures. Importantly, it could be made to closely resemble much more expensive materials such as ivory, ebony, tortoise shell, and mother of pearl. And the early forms of plastic were primarily used in this way. Its being relatively cheap to make meant that huge profits were possible from selling all manner of plastic combs, necklaces, and pearls to the growing middle class, who were thirsty for the material wealth of the rich but couldn't afford it. So Mary Louise represents one of these women in the middle class who wants to have these nice things, combs and jewelry and all of these things, but the material that those things are made out of is way too expensive for her being in the middle class. And plastics came along and they could mimic those expensive materials, but allow the middle class to buy these things. And they looked real, but they weren't. And so that's one of the things that made it very popular for the middle class. All right, see you guys in the next scene.